Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. How's that? Dramatic enough? Yeah. Hi, guys. Here we are. Again. Back in our abeyance realm. Let's see, we upgraded the bed. I finished up some of the side quests in Welkin's Reach, the third map. I did some cooking of stuff. And I've added some plots of land where I have some NPCs working away. One of them's taking care of fish. The other two are taking care of the farming stuff for me. And you can see they're fish. They're doing pumpkins. That one's doing wildflowers. And evidently we can have up to 12 of them. And currently we've got 34 fish, 162 wildflowers, 21 pumpkins. Ooh, they're purple quality. I didn't know. And a little bit of wheat. So I was making some food earlier, now that I have some of the higher tier materials. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Hi, how you doing? Hope your Saturday night and your weekend in general are kicking ass. Taking names optional. I actually think I can go... I need to go to the heart of the realm... Not sure if that's where I need to go. That's the abeyance side of power. Yeah, I think. Let's find out. If I go to Heart of the Realm 2, I think that gets me... You gotta be kidding. Does it actually get me where I need to be? Oh, nope, this is not where we want to be. Alright, well, we've got to deal with the Jabberwock again. Oh, he's immune. He's going to move. Didn't realize this is where we were going. Now I do. So I'm going to get some more Jabberwocky bits. Oh, dude, that was fucking rude. Damn it. I hate it when I hit the wrong button. That it? That is it. All right. I went to the wrong place. Now I know that this is a place you can go. And it gets you access to a boss mob, which drops rare materials that you can use for making stuff. I assume I can get an... Ooh. Ah, and this is where I get the rare materials, actually. Yeah. All right. Back to my respite. Okay. I didn't know exactly where those were going to take me. Now I know. The Jabberwock takes some damage, and then he teleports and creates some illusions of himself. You got to kill the illusions, and then you get back to shooting the actual Jabberwock, and you have to do that a couple of times. So, we finished off the first world. We had a few things that we need to tidy up here on the second world. Sorry, third world. This is the first world. The second world has the Jabberwock. Third world has the corrupted bear. So here I finished up, I think, all of the side stuff except for the main, all the side quests except finding Antonia Mari, and I think she's actually in the area that you have to get to for the storyline quest. So we'll be doing the storyline quest in the Empyrean Well, and I think we find her, and we awaken the Side of Power, and that gives us the card to get access to the third world, which is the next gateway, I think. It takes a sec. I didn't sleep. So I'm going to travel to the respite. I'm going to sleep. Right now it is 6 p.m. We'll sleep until dawn. We'll grab a little food, and then hopefully the gateway is open. I don't have to reopen it. Beautiful sunrise. I think it's a really good looking game. For anyone who hasn't heard me talking about it, as of, I think, just recently, today maybe, there is a demo available on Steam that you can download. If you do download it, any progress you make in the game will be saved. Yay! It's open. So the progress will be saved if you choose to buy the game. The game is also right now on sale for, I think, 40% off, and it's $15. And I will once again bang the gong for the developers who have done something I think is awesome, which is they had some layoffs like 6 months or 9 months ago. It's not clear that the company is going to make it survive, but they have already implemented a system that allows you to play the server on your own computer and play co-op with your friends, even if their servers have gone down. Now, that's the Calcularian. That's the bunker. That's the Realmet Transmuter. Where was... Bastille of Might. That's the Empyrean Observatory. That's where we get the buff that will allow us to enter the shield to get into the Empyrean Well. Right. I'm on top of a Zeppelin. I'm not sure those are words I've ever spoken before. We go up here. There is a clicky that will give us the buff we need. I don't think we can get in without going in the front door from this height. If we come in higher, we could have gotten straight in. There's the up. Boing me, please. Oh. I didn't have out my trusty umbrella. All right. Already grabbed that. I have not grabbed that. That would have been an error to not grab that. Slight gravity decrease, sheltered, charm the mule. All right, okay, where's the clicky then? Might be below me. Yeah, this, I believe, will apply the buff. Empyrean favor. For 10 minutes. So we must bustle. That's Sheliac. I misspelled it. It's a K at the end, not a C. Their hateful gift, something. They're imprisoned by the Empyreans. Oh, we don't want that. We want to go back up to the top. The very tippity top. We don't want to fight our way through some bugs. We only have like 8.5 minutes to go. All right. Boing me, please. That's our target. If you don't have the buff, attempting to enter will kill you. Although from reading up, it seems like if you got high above it and dropped down into it and had enough stamina or health, you could get through and not be killed. For me, I prefer the not being killed because I've got the buff. And we're inside. We've got more boing pads. All kinds of them around here. An astral pull quest completed. There may be mobs in here as well. I think there are. No, not in here. Ah, we've got a hope. We've got another one of the puzzles. To get access to that. Got all these ones out of the way. There'll be more, I think. Memory serves. Memory does occasionally serve. Not always, sadly. One of the burdens of getting old, the memory does go. Yes, it really honestly does. I think we have to finish the puzzle to get those doors to open. I really wish the umbrella didn't take up so much of your visual space. We do have doors. We have more boing pads. There is one of the held formless in horror, unheeded. So that's one of them. I got a box. All that does. Be nice if the sun would rise. Frankly, I mostly can't see crap, even with the lamp. I'll have you note. Alright, so we found everything from this exit. We know there's one in here, one of the touch the things in the right order bits. There's the main doors that we're trying to get open. How about boing me? Try that again. Boing me, please. Yeah, it's open. Alright, there's one. I just saw that. Trying to see where they all are. I would like to get higher up so I can see where everything is. Okay, anyway, we've got... How many do we have? I'm listening. One, that's the first one. 2, 3. There are 3. Okay, the first one is west. Trying to figure out how to get in there. That's a red glow. That's not helpful. No, it's not. It's not a red glow. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, that is the second or third. Let's see if we can figure it out. So this is the second, which means this is on the south side. Alright, we've got boing pads here. Oh, we have unlock pads. That's what these are. This is how we'll get to one of the other locations. Back to that. Should be 1, 2, one more, 3, and then red. Yeah, okay, so this is the second one. Second one is south. First one was east, I think. West, okay. West, then south, there's a bad guy over there. We need to find out how to get in there. Might be up there. We need more boing pads for sure. I missed it. I don't know, do I die? I don't think so. Maybe further down I would have died, but down here, no. Ah, that must be the third one. 1, 2, 3. Red. Right, okay. That'll open up that. How do I get back up? There's the rub. Is that a teleporty? I think it's a teleporty. Oh, this adds the lodestar. Okay. Lodestars are used. There's Maury, who I need to talk to. Lodestars are used to move between locations on the same map, same world map. I still have a question as to how I get back up from here. Ooh, I got an extra good night's sleep. I have 7 sleepy buffs. Greetings to you, fellow human. I hope this human's weekend is kicking ass. As I require. Wait, what? Huh. Maybe over there? Ow. Haven't gotten in here now. Oh, I'm hungry. Hold on. Some mushrooms, which I hate, and some roasted meat, and some wasna. It's the best weekend this week. Outstanding. Being involved in the worst weekend this week would suck. I have a feeling that if I drop into that, I die. I'm kind of anti-death. Let's try our rugged climbing picks that we built not too long ago. That worked. Okay, that didn't do everything I wanted it to do, but we're in the ballpark. While it's an incredibly cool effect, sometimes the low gravity's kind of annoying, I have to say. Alright, now we swap to... That didn't do it. God damn it. Pardon my French. Dag nabbit is what I meant to say, obviously. I would never use harsh language. I am a cultured, mature individual and would never resort to such barbarisms as profanity or vulgarity or, words such as poop, caca. Those are just not me. As I said, a man of taste and distinction. That's not working. Why? I'm not getting much of a oomph off of that bounce pad, I have to say. Yeah, I'd never fucking swear is a perfect way of putting it. Swearing is for those who lack the advanced ability to more properly express themselves, shall we say. Huh. See, this opens the map, but that does me no good. Oh, I can travel to the Empyrean Well, where I already am. That's exactly what I want to do. That's much easier. It's not much easier. It got me back. I teleported myself to me. That was less useful than I might have hoped. Teleporting yourself to yourself, probably not the best answer. Uh-huh. Alright. Yay me! Congratulations me, you finally got out. Not a problem at all. That one's first. We still need to find a way to get to that one. I can hear him yelling. Alright, so the first one is over there. This is the second one, and the third one is down below. It's pretty late or early. Here it is exactly 5:20 p.m. But if it's late for you, get a good night's sleep. What is that? You get a good night's sleep, pleasant dreams, and thank you for dropping by. That opens the door. That opens the door I was missing. All right. Well, let's just bust that up first, so there won't be any more of them coming in. And we'll kill the ones who are still around. He gave me a trifling maleficium. That's a curse, basically. But it was trifling. And I am whatever the opposite of trifling is. Awesome, maybe? Might be. We want to open these two doors. Sheliac, an unending torment, I languish. Do we have another dude in here? Does not look like we have another dude in here. Alright. But we have a couple of... Jessie, are you still with me? There she is. Hi, Jessie. How you doing? Let's, bust those open. Okay, so... the first one is here. The second one is across. The third one is below. Can I? Yes, barely. That's two. The third one is below. Over there. Like that. Yes! There was a chest right down below me as well. And I missed it, so that's fine. I can live without the chest. And we have Antonia Maury, who I have a quest to find. Never still, never static, an orbit, even while anchored. Hello? The picture, still so far from perfect. With every detail it draws closer, yet every glimpse pushes it far, so far. Yet I document every minutiae, even as fresh strangers lurk, ready to take, to claim, and to lie. So they must. Okay. You're from the missing crew, aren't you? Missing? Yes, I suppose we are. And now I am found. But what of they? Not all died with me, so very many. I'm sorry, I've seen no sign of the others. Then they're gone. The realm mourns, and despair is written in the stars. Your rescue proves fruitless, then. I have no need. There is much to do here, much yet to catalog. Sheliac. It calls, and I, dutiful student, will attend its many wisdoms. Regardless, it's good to see you still alive. Live, that I do. Live and learn and live. But you have other lives to pursue. Yes, I must not be distracted. There are details to recall, held in such fragile suspension. I don't intend to take anything from you. No? One never expects the thief. Even the thief, perhaps, is surprised to know their nature. Words are only words. The light holds truth more than any when it finally reaches our eyes. I'll leave you to it. All right, the Lost Crew is finished. I think that's the last of the side quests. Oh, we've got another part in here. With strange eons, even death may die. That's a classical reference. That's about, those words are said about Cthulhu. All right, Jesse, you ready? We have to take on Sheliac. I remember nothing about this fight. Don't remember what they look like. Remember nothing. Let's swap to the gun, because we're probably going to want to use that for range. We have been teleported. Okay, cool. We've been teleported in. There's Jesse. Wish that I had Jesse's girl. Alright, so there's nothing in here except a door. And whatever that is. Those are supposed to be fangs, I think? And the 6 lights? I don't know. Abaddon! That's who it is. It's Abaddon. He's got 6 eyes. Guild Wars 2. Alright. Sheliac. Quest updated. The ever-shifting expanse. Destroy Sheliac's yoke. And we got... I think the yoke is that. Alright, we have number of boingy pads around. Sheliac's yoke. That was it. Oh. You've got to have Sheliac's got to run into these things. Ow. That was hurtful. That was double hurtful. Damn it. Come on, Sheliac. Come on. Right in. Sheliac's yoke. Okay. Ah! Not all of them are actually there. For instance, that one's just going to show you where a pillar will respawn. And I need to get around in front so that I can shoot the head. That's not doing it. That, please. Where is a pillar that is not see-through? I need a real pillar. I have to do something? Oh. I have to rebuild them. That's what it was. Okay. What we've got... Ow. Ow! Okay, not liking this mechanic. I have to... Immured metal. That wasn't enough. It was enough.
Who's it?
We need more stuff over here. We can pick up all of this. Ow. Ow. Could she stop that, please? That would be awesome. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Hit it again, please. We're getting there. I think it's 6 to build another column. Ow. Come on, come on, come on. Hit it again. You know you want to. You know you want to hit it. You know you do. Come on, Shelly. Sheliac's yoke. Not sure if that's actually Sheliac. I don't think it is. Almost got it. Come on. We all know you want to hit it again. It's so much fun running into a great big pillar. Come on. Come on, you want to. Pardon me as I notice how much exercise I'm getting moving around in my chair. Come on, you big bug. Hit it like it ain't no thing. Come on, you want to? You know you do. Everyone wants you to do it. Come on, give us a show. Don't be shy. Thank you. Sheliac's yoke has been slain. Dun, 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 dun. At last, my captivity comes to a close. My jailers, centuries gone and mere mortal hands, now rend the stone carapace of my prison. I rejoice that so far from the place of my origin, I had yet the strength to subdue it. I was not always this, but with each passing moment, I become more phantom than firmament. And yet, I feel another change taking me. You, to entreat the very realm for my admittance. I had long believed that distant death was the only salvation afforded, but there springs a chance to live anew. I join now with this awaiting sphere, two become one. Couldn't read the rest. My gratitude is yours, eternal. Cool. It's a glowy shape. Am I supposed to do something with it? Apparently not. I'm just curious. It's like immured metal. Is that what these things give? Immured metal? It is. In which case, I'm going to go ahead and hammer out the rest of the immured metal. I have no idea if it's good for anything. Melee damage. And environmental resistance. So yeah, I'm going to hammer all of it. Grab what I can. Uncover Empyrean knowledge from the pedestal. Which pedestal would that be? He asked. Did the doors open? The door did open. We've got some more immured metal over here. That's where we came in, I think. No, maybe not. We have a little bit more mirrored metal. Oh, over there. Nope, nope, that's not it. That's not it. The pedestal. Is that the pedestal? Didn't want to build that. Damn it. Used up some of my immured metal. There was some lying inside I was trying to pick up. That's what happened. I think that's where we came in. No. In fact, it wasn't. There's the chitin and meat from Sheliac. The bug. So the bug was Sheliac. Apparently some sort of ethereal type being that had been yoked into the shell, the literal shell. And that is Empyrean knowledge. Welkin's reach, site of power completed, and I've unlocked the Magwitch Marshes Major Realm card. And the third tier of crafting stuff is open. I don't have any of the essences to make any of it, or learn the recipes, but it is open. Tier 2 essences, which I still have a use for. And this will get me out. I need to find the portal to the Crossways. I'm guessing this is it. I survived the Sheliac fight. Took a little doing, but... Well, that was cool. Here's the crude portal. Okay, that is a side quest that I do from my house. And the next step is the Empyrean... Yeah, excellent. The rest of it's all completed. Excellent! Party on. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party on. Excellent. Pardon me. Old Man Falling Apart. I think we've covered that before. Enjoying a little after-dinner coffee. Defeating a ethereal being locked in a terrible bug shell. And I think we're back home. Yep. Honey, I'm home. Almost home. We can go ahead and open the third realm up. But while it opens, I need to empty out my bags and such, so we will quick travel back to the respite. Nothing. Go there. Nothing there. There we are. A little bit of space. I will want to make some more rifle charges, for sure. I have coffee and crumpets! And I think I need a new chest. I do need another new chest. Fine, fine, fine. Let's see. 5. Storage. A lumber, ingot, and leather. 1 lumber. 1 tin ingot. 1 leather. These are the smaller ones. They hold the same amount, though, I understand. But they fit better if you build shelves, so that's a future project for me right there. We need more bullets. What are you saying? I can dodge bullets? Tin ingots and gunpowder. And then we'll be off to the 4th world. Hope everyone's weekend is kicking ass. Name taking optional. Oh, Wilhelmina has a new rumor, so I need to go talk to her. It's a side quest. Alright, we've got bullets. Should be 12. Indeed it is 12. I may be missing something. No, those are all fine. Yeah, that's all fine. Alright, we need to talk to Wilhelmina. There are a great many unfortunate names in the world. Wilhelmina would be one of them. At least in America, any young woman who was given the name Wilhelmina by her parents would be unenthused. Wilhelmina Sassy. Sassy. Ah, you again. Always a pleasure. Now, I'm sure you're here for my exceptional services, but I have a proposal for you if you're interested in doing a bit of digging for me. I might be interested. I heard a fascinating story about an American lawman roaming the realms and trying to look rather inconspicuous while he was at it. Journalist intuition tells me he's up to something, and I'd like to know what. Find and see what you can learn. Where can I find this lawman? Rumor has it, he stationed himself along the path you've been following in the realm of Magwitch Marshes. I can hardly wait to hear what kind of sordid behavior he's running from, or toward. Of course, before you go scampering off, is there anything I can do for you? You've added a bard to your entourage. I think you'll find they made themselves rather comfortable with or without our approval. But I must admit, it's a most delicious turn to have a fae lingering about, or something close enough. They brought in more than a few prying eyes, despite their tendency to insult our clientele. Yeah, that's all for now. I finished up his riddles. He had 5 riddles that required me to, in essence, defeat 5 specific batches of mobs out in the last map, and get his poems, and his poems had the clues that were needed to answer his riddles. We will now quick travel back to the respite. Eat a little more wasna, which I assume is a Native American food, but I'm not positive. I assume it's something similar to pemmican in that its contents are meat and berries, which is kind of what you did for pemmican. You dry out the meat, grind it to a powder, add berries, and add fat. High in calories, so it's fuel, and not very heavy to carry. All right, and we are off for the 4th world, which is Magwitch's Marshes, something like that. The lawman she's looking for is, I think, Bass Reeves, I think is the name, who is another historical figure. A lot of the NPCs are historical figures, who was an actual real lawman in the Old West. Essences drop at higher tiers as the realm power increases. Well, we're going into a realm with tier 3 essences, which will open up recipes for better gun, better sword, better harvesting weapons, items, better clothing. It's preparing the realm. Just for me. I'm touched. So on Monday, I'll probably be playing a new game, and I'll be paying $20 extra to be playing it on Monday instead of Thursday. It's sort of a Fallout-esque type game. 50% chest yield. This is a swamp realm. Swamp realms, you've got to be careful. You don't want to get all soaked in the swamp water. You can get diseases. And there, I think you've got to stand near those for a length of time for them to sort of unwind themselves. All right, we're no longer low gravity. We're regular gravity. I have my first tier 3 essences. Woot! I'm getting wet. They're not very good at jumping, are they? Alright, I can run across here. I think I have to stand here until the thing goes all the way down and then it'll turn blue. We've got another one over there. I think that's how we clear out this area. Magwitch under siege, quest completed. So we did, in fact, finish up clearing this of the pernicious influence of the baddies. Did I miss one? Yes, of course. There's always one more. Alright, we're up to 63 Tier 3 essences now. Woohoo! Let's start. Oh, hail. Thank you. That's just lovely. We've got some kind of glowy over there. But there won't be any more spawns of baddies, I don't think. Well, except for the ones that were already here. Ow. Oh, he's distinctly unfriendly. I whacked him several times, and that didn't do a damn thing. Where the frick did he go? That hail was doing damage to me, about which I can only say, hail no! Alright, Bass Reeves, indeed, that is the fellow. We have Jesse, Alice, and Henry from the company. Nicolas Rodriguez Peña Vicuña. But I'll take the... Oh, delicious Tier 3 essences for clearing out the baddies. Most of them. Oh, we've got more because I deserve them. Nom, 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 baby. Tier 3. Here we are. So, we have the Tier 3 Estate Cairn, which will increase my health and regen, I think. And that is an undiscovered skill. Don't know what that is. A crude remote realmic transmuter. When built, allows players to play realm cards to influence existing realms. A fine double bed. Just a whole bunch more of furnishings and such. Refinement, the excellent tanning station. The excellent saw table. These are with things I'm going to be spending 20 each, to upgrade all of my crafting stuff. That is the smelter. You smeltered it, deltered it. Masonry and mortar station. We'll need those eventually. The workbench, that's just a given. So this world opens up this tier of Tier 3, and then that one opens up when we move to the next, and that one opens up when we move to the next. That's 30 for the ornate bolt action rifle. The lever action is the faster one. The bolt action is more of a sniper rifle because it takes a long time to reload. The ornate sword, I would like. That is a shield, which is just an augment, I think. No, we can have an offhand shield. Oh, interesting. A cannon? That's an augment. Okay, that is also an augment. No, it's not. Gives two-handed melee weapons crafted nearby. Okay, yeah, it is. It's just an augment, so it's a buff for everything I craft. Clothing. The sewing bench. We already have. The core Tier 3 clothing recipes we already have. We had those for free. Right. Elegant shirt. Calcularian stuff. Right. A globe. Again, another augmentation for buffing crafting stations. The excellent cooking station. Excellent alchemical boiler. Way of magic. The enchanter's focus. More cool cards and stuff. Okay. Let us talk to the good people here. Let's start with Bass Reeves. I reckon you had a part in bringing about this sorely needed quiet. You have my thanks, newcomer, and the thanks of this fine town. Where exactly are we? It's been a whirlwind arrival. This here's Magwitch Town, a settlement of the NTTC. I don't remember what the NTTC stands for. Company or corporation, I'm betting, though, for the C. As I've gathered, she's a touch worse for wear, though I can't say I've ever seen her in her prime. Like yourself, I was only passing through when I found these folk in dire need. What brings you around these parts? I'm merely seeking passage back to Earth. A goal you share with a fair few others. But now I've got a good look. There's no sense in keeping up those pussyfoot methods. You might be a stranger, but you sure as hell no fugitive. Not the one I came here for, at least. Someone told me a lawman was roaming these parts. And who might that have been? That someone be. Wilhelmina Sasse from the Sunday Courier wanted me to investigate you. I'll be damned. Those greedy prattlers decided to try their hands at some real journalism. Can't say their kind is worthy of my concern, but I appreciate you coming here to warn me. Honest folk are a rare find round these wilds. I'd be pleased to reward you properly if you don't mind. That's very kind of you. 25 more essences. Yay! Good. Now we can lay this matter to rest, but if you've more to say, I don't mind staying a while longer. Fugitive, so what's your business here then? Got a writ for a thief of sorts. Fled Nightingale months back. You need help apprehending this fugitive? I need help least of anyone in these parts, yourself included, friend. Hunting those who observe not God's law is dangerous business, and from the looks of you've been through perdition lately. I've walked in your shoes down this path we call adrift. Years back, the Cherokee took me in, learned me many lessons till I became a freedman. Sending you off to roam the realms would be sending you to an early grave. All things being true, I feel obliged to impart the lesson in survival that were once paid to me. What do you say? I would welcome whatever you might impart. Preparation is survival. These wilds live, breathe, tell you how they feel. When you hear thunder, howls, or squalls, that's the realm giving itself away. The order beneath the frenzy. Think hard now. There are plenty of dangers in these parts. What might you need? Something to fight with. Without a weapon, there's no line of defense, even for lily-livered pacifists. Armament, ammunition, after that, we'll see to it you know how to use them without taking an eye out. Until next we speak, I have a new quest. Arm myself. Learn about Bass Reeves' pursuit. Glad to see you ain't found fodder yet. You ain't bound to fodder yet. Sorry, bound to the bad guys. What sent you my way? I'm done with the preparations just as you instructed. Are you now? Let me give you a look. In my life, before all else, I've never much laid on the weaponry. Prepare its merits. Preparation has its merits, I concede. I'll wager these. Place a grin beneath that mustache. How about never so much as laying an eyes on weaponry? Preparation has its merits. More tier 3 essences, gunpowder, conveyance, infusion. Realms make equals of us all eventually. Alright. So you put some care in this weapon. Now, you got a means to protect yourself, but are your eyes in tune with your trigger finger? Well, let's see. My finger doesn't kill. My heart does. That's a really badly mangled thing from The Dark Tower, which was a really mangled movie based on Stephen King stuff. I'm a bit of a fledgling in such arts. Now, shooting ain't my preferred move, a necessary skill nonetheless. I suppose you've got more preparation duties for me? Back in the war, ammunition was limited, but conservation affords forethought, and a well-placed shot is a resourceful one. Most all living creatures got a frailty, an unprotected vital organ, as if swift deaths are planned in the design of all beings. Well, it's a lot of dialogue. Sure. Now learn your marks. I will when my task is complete. There you go. I have to hit 1 heart shot and 3 head shots. Are we done with him? Yes, we are. All right. We have another quest giver right here. Nicolas Rodriguez Peña Vicuña. Isn't that Vicuña like a kind of... like a llama or an alpaca? Something like that? And here you are, sure as day, mi amigo. The company provides. The company? Did a bruiser knock you around a little too hard? Haha, you are here to help us, right, soldier? ... right? You sure you have the right person? Oh. So you're not... My apologies. I assumed you were the reinforcements we've been waiting for. Please allow me to make better introductions. Nicolas Rodriguez Peña Vicuña. A mouthful, I know, but you can call me Nicholas. I am the mayor of this formerly fine town. You can tell we could use some help. With a little bit of context, I may be able to help. The moment I saw your face, I knew you were the helping sort on a regular... blah, 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 blah. Are the bound typically a problem here? Hardly ever before recently. Master McAvoy is working on stuff. Besides, you're no fighter. And you stay here, I'll take care of the factories. Cannot thank you enough. When you go with bravery. In the meantime, yeah. Yada, 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 as we like to say. You guys, it's as smoky as hell in here. Why don't you air it out a little bit? I mean, come on. Stank City. More essences. Tier 3 essences. Man, we're going to need a lot of Tier 3 essences. Need a few hundred before we can really even get started in upgrading everything. Okay, now. Is it stopped? No, it has not stopped raining yet. Before I do anything else, I've got to make sure that that the town is clear. It's not like I'm looking around for stuff to steal and take for myself or anything. No. I'm just making sure that the town is clear. What is that thing? It's glowy. No idea what it is. Doesn't have any clickies or nothing. Not really much of a town when you think about it. Like 5 people huddled together in the, presumably the church. Alright, there's another one of those little sparkly things. Thingamabobs, thingamajigs, thingamadoodads. Oh, we have a book. And a few tier 3 essences. Well, it looks like a bed, but I can't sleep in it. Apparently they don't want my kind sleeping in their bed, even though there's nobody else around anymore, because they're all presumably dead or something terrible's happened to them. And the entire place has gone to hell in a handbasket. Not even a nice handbasket, one of those cheap knockoff handbaskets. See, another bed, but no pop-up to allow me to sleep in it. I'm good enough to clear out their town of all the evildoers, but not good enough for a bed. That figures. I guess they just got a bad feeling about realm walkers. Or maybe they're just jerks. I'm going to go with the jerks. Probably jerks. It appears that there's nothing of any value in this town at all. What a shithole you guys have here. You say it was a real nice town, but I mean, there's not even anything worth looting. How nice can your town be if I can't find anything worth stealing? Answer, not very nice. Well, here we are. That's all of the NPCs. We've got a Bastille of Insight just to the north. Let's start with that. All right, it's down over there. See if there's anything in this little ruin. Sometimes there is. It's one of the things I like about the game is that there's a lot of this exploratory gameplay where if you just poke around, you can find stuff worth the time and effort, or at least, you know, interesting stuff. Maybe not time and effort, always. But sometimes. All right, so right down there. All right, that's just quartz, I think. Is this zinc? No, see, this is 50, so I cannot mine this because my mining pick is only 25. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of the tier 3 gear for like a mining pick will come out at too low a level when you make it. This requires, it has to have a gear value of 50, and it may only come out at like 42 or something. And so you'll have to add magic to it to get it to reach the required 50. Cured meat, Haddock's ox. All right, so we've got how many red? Okay, first of all, we have a free box of stuff. Yeah, I'm good with all of that. All right, so there are no red indicators in the bottom here. There's 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 red glyphs around this building somewhere. And we have to find them and make them blue. There's 1. Not there. I should be able to open that door. Just saying. There's 2. So this isn't really what you would call a puzzle. But it does require sort of exploratory gameplay, as you do have to sometimes have to poke around a good deal to find them all. There's the 3rd one. Which means we now should be able to access 20 or hopefully more. 20 tier 3 essences. We're up to 148. I'm going to AFK for just a sec and refill my coffee cup. I will be right back. That's both a threat and a promise. lovely bombing sound with the ice cube going. Like a coffee shop. Make it a little strong, throw in an ice cube. Tiny little splashes. Like that. Okay, not quite like that. And like that, I'm back. And remember to turn off the AFK. All right. Next up, we're here. Over there is a defense. I don't really enjoy the defense encounters, so I'm going to skip that. There's this batch of infestations. I already dislike them just because they're a batch of infestations. That's another defense. I mentioned I don't care for those. Got an infestation. We've got an aid. That's the factory where we have to do a quest. Yeah, I did. My memory of this map is that it was just not a fun map, mostly because of the swamp in the middle. Traveling through swamp, it ain't that great. All right, we'll head for the infestation first. So we get to do a lot of jumping around and gliding between puddles of water. I could use some food. Some mushrooms, a little more wasna. And the debuff this zone has, slight increase to damage taken. The damage you take is slightly increased by an active realm card. What are you picking up, Jesse? I'm curious. Oh, she's just picking up sand stuff, I think. I picked it the long way around because of course I have. Okay, they blow up. Not a fan. Things are dying way slower. Oh, these guys are bad. Real bad. Okay. I'd forgotten about those big guys. They take very little damage unless you hit their sweet spot, which I was not doing there. The melee combat, especially in first person, is difficult. It is not particularly beautifully implemented. The third person did seem to be better. I should try to do that. From when I played it in the past, the third person seemed better for melee combat, not as good by far for ranged, but for melee. And we have cleared out this. All right, we have an aid in that direction. So to the southwest. I'm curious. I can chop this down. It is just wood. It's regular wood. That's boring. That's not going to make me any special goodies. All right. Okay. Well, didn't. Hi, Victor. How you doing? You need assistance, I know. Victor? It's a realm walker, not just any realm. You're the one that people have been talking about, the one who cured the cradle. I did indeed. I don't suppose you have a hand? Sure, what do you need? If I'm honest, you need a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know. I've seen this bit before. I'll gladly lend a hand. What does he need? He needs a bunch of stuff. Okay. Sticks, plant fiber, and wood bundles. So now I just need sticks to finish that. We need wood fiber. We need wood, sticks, and fiber. Probably going to need some stones, too. Sticks and stones. Stones could certainly break your bones. It would have to be a pretty heavy stick to break bones. It just destroyed the wall of his house. I'm sure he won't blame me. I'm pretty sure he won't blame me. Dude, you really built a kind of crappy house. It just fell over. Not my fault. I totally didn't drop a tree on your house. That wasn't me. That was some other realm walker. A really rude one. I didn't catch his name. Or possibly her name. Their name. There were three of them. And that is something big and unpleasant that doesn't like me. And it's run away. On the other hand, getting into his house is much easier now. I'm sure he'll appreciate that, right? I helped him out. Also, he doesn't have to deal with the damp air now. He will have fresh air blowing in all the time. From his new patio. This is his patio. Beforehand, it was just it didn't feel like a living space. Now it does. And it fell on me. It immediately fell on me. I didn't have a chance to get out of the way. It just fell. Animal fiber and twine. We'll need 2 twine, and then 2 fiber for a twine, and then 2 twine for what was it? 2 twine and an animal fiber. 2 twine. Animal fiber comes from over here. Use the only meat we've got. We need 5 more sticks. I know when I'm making myself a bed, what I really want is more sticks. Is that like spinach? Water spinach. I remembered that there was water spinach around. That should be the last of the sticks I need. That should be the last of the sticks. And now we'll get the loot for having helped him get his place together. There's, you can hear the sound of the lockbox opening up and giving us probably 40 tier 3 essences. Nice! We're now up to 213. Nice place you got here. Have you thought about building in a wall right here? I think that would help. We have another infestation over there. A Bastille of Agility to the west. Let's try the Bastille of Agility. Huh. Going directly west looks like swimming. So we'll work our way around. That's why my memory of this map is pretty negative. In that it's just kind of a pain in the ass. There's a lot of rain. Which means you're constantly having the umbrella up, which I find a real distraction. That's 50, so I can't whack my way through those because they're 50s. So one thing we know we definitely need, have the workbench unlocked. That's the ornate mining pick. We're going to need that. Pick head and counterbalance. I think we've got counterbalance already, so we're going to have the pick head, though. If we don't already. I think we do. I think. So that blue glowy there, I believe, is the Bastion of Agility test. Oh, fine. I'm wet. It's all part of my sex appeal. What? You don't think an old fat man can be sexy? Never mind. Neither do I. I've never found an old fat man to be sexy, personally. That is a dead critter of some sort. I didn't kill it, but, you know. I'm not going to say no to some free meat and hides. We've got some spice. That was salt. More salt. Some seeds. Crude seeds. A bed that we can use. That'll, I think, be some flour, I think. Refined oat flour. Yeah, I didn't think there was any reason to whack those. I didn't think there was anything in... I don't think I'd ever seen anything in those. Oh. Get them all? You're welcome, Jesse. I saved you. You know that, right? Sometimes she just doesn't seem like she really cares about the work that I put in for both of us. I don't just do this for me. I do this for us. But mostly for me. Actually, kind of, yeah, pretty much just me. Here's the thing. If memory serves, this is the kind of thing to reach the top, which is what we have to do. We kind of have to build some janky-ass furniture out here. Not that, not that. Yeah. Crude stairs. Like that. I need a lot more sticks. And wood bundles and fiber. So wood, fiber, and sticks. Right. Water spinach. That was not helpful. This sort of detail-oriented jumping puzzle is not something the engine does especially well. It's not terrible. It needs more sticks. We need a significant bunch more sticks. That's sticks. Sticks. Water spinach, technically not needed, but hey, who doesn't like spinach? I actually never liked spinach. It's fiber, that's not sticks. Truth be told, I was, there we go, sticks, was never a fan of basically any of the green vegetables. Never have been. As a kid, my mom had to hide most of the baby food under a layer of applesauce or I wouldn't eat it. I was a entirely new and elevated form of picky when I was a kid. Still kind of am. I'm not sure I've got enough sticks. That should be another one. I doubt that's enough for 2 sets of stairs, though. You should be able to finish the first set. first set did finish. The second. There we go. Okay, so. I am somewhat dubious that this is going to be enough, but like I said, somewhat dubious. I may have to build a third. Oats. I'm entirely certain that's the first time I've ever had oats. In this game version, oh, that's some paper. In this playthrough, at least. Previously, I may have had them, but I don't think so in this one. That's more sticks. And sticks. That's sticks as in actual sticks, not sticks as in, say, the band. I'm old. Wow. How old am I? I saw Styx live many, many years ago. Grand Illusion Tour, which is approximately back in the Jurassic period. All right, we'll see if we can manage the old double back. Well, that's going up. Well, that actually is not bad. You can go with that. You can work with that. I think it's being built. And it'll finish. And that ought to do at least for the next little level of it. We're close. We are close now. Oh, okay. We'll open that box, and we've got durable cloth. Cinder strands, blue quality. Very nice. Some shimmering ore, and 6 shafts. So we're here. I'm trying to figure out the best thing we can do for... We can go up another batch. Need 2 more sticks, 2 more wood, and 2 more plant fiber. That's 1 more plant fiber. Says I've got a bunch. Well, 2 more sticks and 2 more wood for seed. That ain't breaking. Those did. A couple more sticks. I think that's a stick. That's oats again. Don't give me oats when I need sticks. You'd think I'd be surrounded by sticks, but evidently that's not the case. Okay, it says I've got 10. Why did it not actually build the thing I wanted it to build then? More oats. More sticks. More oats. I missed. I'm bad at this. What can I say? Bad at it. It's not good. Of course, on the other hand, I must be some kind of architectural genius of some sort, because I have this entire staircase of wood standing unsupported. I'm not sure that there's any way in the actual world that works, but here we are. It is, well, it's a stairway to, I'm hoping, to that blue glowy thing, but right now it ain't quite living up to my hopes and dreams. Let me climb there before. What I kind of need is to build in that direction. I'm not sure if I can or not. It wants to let me build that way, but not like that way. That's not a helpful angle. Oh, let's that was no idea what the hell happened there. It is such an incredible jury rig job. I'm gonna eat. Give me some more Wasna. Missed it completely. That was really, really not a good job by yours truly. I feel shame, even embarrassment. It's shame-embarrassment is what it is. All right, back up here again. That's an interesting idea. You could very well be onto the right answer that I was missing right in front of me the whole time. That's a really smart answer. Let's see if it's the right one. Even if it's not, it's a really smart answer. It's a really smart answer. I have no idea if that's how I did it the last time I came through doing this. Now the question is this is the right answer. You found it. Thank you very, very much. Will I make this in one jump? I did, but that just opened it up. Now I need to get the essences. So you indeed found the correct answer. Thank you very much. That's so much smarter than me. What I was doing kind of worked. It got me into the vicinity of working, but you actually had the answer. Thank you. I missed. It's what I do. Picks. The unconventional smart answer. I am not one of those. No spoilers, please. I don't consider that a spoiler. This is not the... this physical improbability was not the right answer to begin with. Use the picks to climb the arm and get up, but that's... Oh my god, why did that not stick the first time? Or maybe I hit it twice, I'm not sure. You mean like from here? Right. It's a game I enjoy a lot, and I will note again, there's a free demo of it right now available from Steam. If you do the demo, it will keep your progress you have if you choose and buy the game. The game's also on sale, $15. Then horizontally on the other arm. I have like 110 hours in the game, so obviously I enjoy it. Alright, that was dumb. Fortunately, I did not pay for my dumb. That is that button. Use the right button for... Use the right tool for every occasion. Or the right occasion for every tool. Depends. Look, Ma, top of the world! Got the essences. Please insert Lens singing I Am the Champion. I want my resources back. You cannot have my resources. I want them back. Not that I really, need them back. It's just me being me. There we go. That was easy. An hour and 45 minutes later. That was easy. Infestation, portal, bunker, McAvoy power plant. Got another infestation to the north. Let's head that way. And kill us some more fuglies. Yeah, as I said, if my memory serves, this was like my least favorite of the maps I played on. Constant rain is an annoyance. And getting around in the swamp is also an annoyance. And getting attacked by charging hippopotami out of nowhere. Stealth hippopotami. And then we have another aid to the north of that. I'm going to assume that is the infestation. Oh, come on. That's the infestation, all right. We've got the heart. Let's see if we can get the hits on the heart. We can. That's good because that means that at least we don't have to fight in any additional batches of mobs. These guys have enormous numbers of hit points if memory serves. And I want to shoot them in their head so they take critical damage. What else? Wow, they hit hard. Where? Could you just die? Oh, sandstone. Don't need that. Give me a second here. Chug-a-lug, a potion, a healing. Again, I have played this content once before, but it was a long time ago. A long time for me. That might be like 3 weeks. I don't know, 9 months maybe. Maybe a year. And my memory of those guys is that they were tough. You really don't want to get in melee with them. And they have a weakness. I'm not sure if it was just the head or if there's something else as well. All right, we're going to go in now that we're dried off. And kill probably a couple more mobs that are waiting in there. I'm getting wet. Might not be any other mobs. Might just have been the one big fugly. Looks like that was it. Just the one big fugly. Oh. There we go. 10 essences. 10? Tier 3 essences is all I got out of that? I killed a big fugly and all I got was 10 essences. I need the t-shirt. I killed the big fugly and all I got was 10 essences. Anything in here in the way of fat loot? Fat loot. Any fat? No. They hate me. Clearly they hate me. Alright, we had an aid location in that direction. That direction. And what that is just someone who needs help with their building. So I just have to come up with the components to help them finish up their little camp. Hello, Inez. Inez? Inez? Hey, Eins! Is that a roam walker? Yes, yes it is. Yeah, what assistance do you need? Yes, yes. They all have the same thing. They all say the same thing. Alright, we just need to finish up the camp. Oh, cloth, huh? She does have the spinning wheel. We should be able to make the cloth. I stole her cured meat. If she wanted it, she would have said she wanted it. There we go. Bedroll complete. Angling basket. We called that a creel when I was a kid. My dad was big on fishing, so we would go fishing during the summer. And the little, like, bamboo basket that you kept all your gear in, that's a creel. I have no idea if that is a general usage term or what the deal is. Alright, I think we got everything except the tent proper. We need 7 sticks and 4 twine. 7 sticks and 4 twine. 4 twine. We're going to need 2 more fibers. Alright, we've got all the fibers. Now we just need sticks. Sticks. That will be sticks. Nope, that's wood. Evidently wood is not good, but sticks kicks. Oh, that's another one. The damn hippos. Where is it? There it is. How does it... How does it peel off 2/3 of my health like that? By being a stupid, feral, aggressive, unpleasant hippo. Not a fan. Thanks for the warning, Inez. Oh, wait, you didn't give me a warning. I mean, she could have said, oh, by the way, there's a hippo running around. Be careful it doesn't, you know, almost murder you. All right, I think we got the sticks. We need 4 twine. It's going to take a minute and a half. Oh, wait. When Miss TNZ said, this looks fun, she put up an emoji face. I didn't notice. I'm not sure that face is having fun. Is that face having fun? Kind of looks like this. It might actually be in pain. Evidently, making twine is a very slow process if you don't have any augments. You see above the little image of the twine, there are 3 hexagons that are empty. In my home, those 3 hexagons are filled with icons because I have augments within range that buff the performance of the crafting station. Dun, dun. But we're out here in the middle of BFE. Gimme. Gimme. And that should just take a second and it will pop into being. And the box will open and I get my loot. 40! Oh, delicious. Up to 255 Tier 3 essences, our first batches. We've got a defense. I don't feel like doing a defense. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel back to my home, my respite. And we're going to look at seeing if I can't get me some better weapons. The sword, definitely. Hopefully the gun as well. And maybe some of the crafting tools. Oh, Inez is recruitable. Inez, I would like to... I could... give me your calling card. Thank you. Got it. Got it before I teleported out. You can assign these people to basically little farms or various resources that you can assign these people to work around your homestead. I have 3 of them right now. Farming, and fishing. Tomorrow I may take a day off. If not, I'll be back for this. Monday, I'm probably going to be playing a new game that is releasing on Monday. I'll be paying $20 extra to play it on Monday. Releasing generally, for the cheaper price of $50 on Thursday, for $70 you get 3 days head start and some extra goodies. It's sort of a Fallout type of game. Let me see if I can get you the name on that. It is Atomfall. I have an itch. Hold on. Oh. And it's raining here too. So this is the fishing thing. You can see Anne is working with the fish. Emil is working on some of the plant stuffs. And over here is Franklin also working on the farm. Currently they are gathering... I got 57 fish, 286 wildflowers, 44 pumpkins, and a little bit of wheat. All right, we can put away that and that. First thing we would like to make is the next tier of workbench. That is 3. Tier 3. The only thing we've got is the excellent workbench. You'll note it can hold up to 4 augmentation slots, and there are a whole shitload of different augmentations you can assign to it. It takes 5 carved wood. Oh, that is a bunch of mushroom oil. Have to put that in here. No. Let me start getting rid of some of the stuff that's in my inventory. Alright, the wood bench was 5 carved wood. I don't have any regular lumber? That really seems unlikely, but we'll chop some down. It's raining all over the world tonight. Alright, now we got some wood. We need some more lumber. Let's make some more lumber. What was it? I needed 5 carved wood. I need 10 lumber. That's going to take 20... I'm making 10. 3 seconds each? Yeah, 3 seconds each. Five carved wood. Then we'll have the Tier 3 workbench. So we get rid of this one. The excellent workbench. You can see the green lines going up. Going up and to the left. Those are telling me which augments are currently will be active for this. I'm going to move that because right now it's a little awkward. That'll do for now. Okay, we have the excellent workbench now. And I got the sword, I believe. The ornate sword, we're going to need a blade, guard, and a wrap. We have all three of those. Are they any good? The blade. Critical damage. Melee damage, we will use the advanced Lacunas blade. The guard is 10. We'll make a new guard. How about the wrap? The wrap is prey, maximum stamina. So we're going to need 2 wraps and 1 guard. No, we're going to need 1 wrap and 1 guard. 1 wrap and 1 guard. What do we got for a guard? Guard. We need a shaft. Iron. Melee damage. Sure. And a wrap. Straps and straps. Maximum stamina and maximum stamina. How about we go with maximum stamina and maximum stamina? And we're about to upgrade our sword, hopefully, theoretically. Let's see what we get. Ornate sword. Ornate sword. Where is it? You're in here somewhere. Come on now. Don't be like that. There it is. Blade. Advanced Lacunas. The guard. Iron. The wrap. It's going to take about 15 seconds. Our current sword does 96.1 melee damage. 96.1. I will want to put a charm of 100 blows on this as well. 96.1 was the old one. Sword. 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 It's a 40 quality. Currently the sword is 96.1. The new one is 141. That is better than a 50% damage increase. Nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, and it is ornate. Look at that. It's shiny. Jesse? 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 If I know we're going into combat, I'm going to want to give you my old sword. That's how much I think of you, Jesse. 96.1 is way more than 58.1. So we go into combat. I need to remember to click so that she'll transfer. So that she'll wield that instead of, you know, whatever tool I have her using at the time. I have to remember to have her equip the weapon so that she can do a lot more damage. But we have made our first. Note, it's a blue quality item on my hotbar. How awesome is that? I got a bunch of stuff I need to drop off. Let's see. Nothing in there. A few things in there. A few things in there. Nothing. Nothing. A few things in there. Nothing. Keep that. No. We'll keep those too because we can eat those and get them out of the way and get some nutrition from them because they'll be delicious. Oats. Holy crap. That's some quality water spinach right there. I just want to say. All right, is there anything else here we don't need? There should be 3 things more than we had previously. Because previously we had 12 items, now we have 15. That's food and food. And this old sword. We'll extract that for 15 tier 1 essences. We have made our sword. I would like to have a better gun. I want to be able to cast bullet at very high paces. So, that's the ornate bolt action. I can't get the lever action, which is kind of what I want. This is a really good sniper rifle, but not good for, firing off a bunch of rounds in a hurry. Let's see. Ornate, bolt action, barrel, shimmering. Now, we're going to need a barrel. Metal plate. Stock. I don't have any stock. Or any refined actions. From a refined smelter. We have a refined smelter, don't we? We do. But it was a refined action. I'm not sure if we have one of those. See if we can find the bits that we need here. Let's see. Foil. Durable cloth. That's for the textile station. Tanning station. Saw table. Got the workbench. Some unknown recipes. We'll grab the sewing bench. We'll look at some clothing options later. More food options, for which we need the cooking station. Alright, I'm not seeing the action, so I guess the refined action. It said refined action, right? I will be calling it an evening shortly. I'm going to try to see if I can get this thing. A refined action. Refined from ingots at a refined smelter or better. This is a refined smelter. Will any action do? No. Let's just get the 3 things that we need. 4 things. 4 things. There's 4 things we need. Barrel, plate, stock, and action. Barrel, plate, and action. Barrel. Shaft. Iron. That's melee damage. That's no go. Shaft, then. Yep, I'm going to give him the shaft. Critical damage. Melee damage. Ranged damage. Bombardier. Yeah, we'll go with that. I have to add fuel. It's out of fuel. That is wood bundles. We'll give it 10 more. 8 is fine. There's the shaft. The shaft is used to make a barrel? Barrel, I think, right? Yeah. Barrel, shaft, iron. No, not iron. Not iron. Bombardier. There we go. Craft. We now have a shaft. Refined action. We need an ingot. Range damage, another bombardier. I'll go with that. I'll go with the copper instead. We need the stock, I think. Whole. Stamina regen, injury resistance, stamina regen. Stamina regen I don't think we really need for a rifle, so we'll just go with regular wood. And what am I missing? Gonna finish this up with a refined action. Yeah, I did not have a refined action. I made a regular action, I thought. Is that correct? I made a regular action, a refined action. Well, where was the action here? Or was it even in one? It's in refinement. Grip, lumber, foil paper, cloth. Oh, it's over here. There we are. Refined action. Those are blades. Aromatics. Porcelain. There it is. Smelter. Marksman barrel. Refined action. It said those could be made on a refined smelter. Is that correct? No, it has to be the next tier up. So they lied to me. Just want to be clear on that. Then I'm going to have to build an excellent smelter, which I'll need 5 etched ingots. Do I have that? I don't know. That thing's big too. We can stick it here for now. There we go. Refined action should now be available. There it is. An action. Oh, that's good. We have a bombardier action or a copper action. Let's go with the copper action. And mechanical gears. Maximum health? Sure. Maximum health seems good. And that can now go away, as we don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to be calling it an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I do appreciate it very much. Really do. Not sure. Either I'll be back tomorrow playing more of this, probably for the last time for at least a short period. Or I'll be taking the day. I may take the day off. And then on Monday, I expect I'll be streaming Atom Fall. New game. $50 if you buy it on Thursday. $70 if you buy it on Monday to play. And it gives you some extra goodies, but it's probably not worth it. But I'm going to do it because I have no self-control. And here is the ornate bolt action. We've got a barrel. We went with bombardier. We have a metal plate. Maximum health. Sure. A stock. And a refined action. It's going to take it 50 seconds. But you'll note that it has 4 augments enhancing the workbench. It has a simple saddle rack. Crafted ranged weapons have extra critical damage, so I'll get extra critical damage. The mining cradle. Crafted pick items, stone items. Okay, any picks I make will have additional melee damage and stamina. The simple drinking horn gives it stamina regeneration and gives me some Oh, that's for clothing. And it also has health regen, or I guess that's only for that as well. And then the basic sawhorse gives me better tools. So the only thing that's directly helping the item I just made. Well, we have to try it out now, of course, because we have to. It's incumbent upon me. Oh, that's not bad at all. I need to eat. I'll have some wasna and shrooms. And what we're going to do is we're going to make one shot to see how much damage it does. So, at the base of the hill, there are always a few deer. I can't remember if this is... I think it's the next stairs. If you just run up, they run off. Yeah, it's the next stairs. So now I will crouch, so I'm a little bit more inconspicuous. $401 damage. Is that thing still running? Okay, so I get 4 shots. Okay, I see where the aim point was. My aim point wasn't good. But I did hit one. I was curious. So 401 damage is what it did to this. Sort of semi-blenderizing it, you know. But I'm going to call it here. I'll probably continue to play some more offline. If I'm back streaming tomorrow, it'll be for more of this. But Monday should be Atomfall, which is an RPG, sort of Fallout-like. Takes place in England in, I think, the 50s, where there was an actual atomic accident in real life. And this is... Well, what if it was more than just a small accident? It was a much bigger accident, and they had to set up an entire quarantine zone. And as I said, that's generally, people will be buying that for Thursday, but if you pay an extra $20 there's a head start for 3 days, and I have no self-control. So I'll probably be playing that on Monday. That's my plans for right now. And then we're about, what, a week out? A week plus out from, I think, on a week from Friday? For the PoE 0.2 launch. And then 2 weeks after that, we get the Defiance relaunch, Back from the Grave. And then 2 days after that, or 1 day after that, we get the Last Epoch launch. Really not happy about those two. About Last Epoch, feeling they had to move because PoE decided to shit on them. Nice work, GGG. You guys are really turning into assholes. And then after that, in May, on the 20th, will be the regular launch for Dune Awakening. They are also going to have a head start, but it makes more sense for an MMO than it does for a single-player game, because, and their reason is, there'll be head start servers. If, however, you want to buy it on the regular launch day, there will be brand new servers, so you don't have to start on one of the head start servers. So you can start on an even footing with everyone instead of being 3 days behind. And so that, I think, is a reasonable head start mechanic. Anyway, that's my plans for about the next month and a half, maybe 2. Thank you again for hanging out very much. I appreciate it, as always. Back either tomorrow or Monday. I'll put it in the Discord. I hope the rest of your Saturday night kicks ass, or your Sunday day, depending on where you are in the world. Back tomorrow or Monday. Have a great rest of your day or evening. And